learn to tell when the market's overhyped and do not buy into anything. And when people are just sick of the narrative, the projects, that's when you start looking into them and possibly buying them.
All right. Of course, with me here is Aaron Arnold, who is the co-founder and co-host of the biggest crypto YouTube channel in the world, one of the biggest, Altcoin Daily, of course. Aaron, please enlighten us and share a little brief introduction of yourself with our audience.
It's great to be here with CH. I need to bring this guy everywhere for an introduction like that. Yeah, my name is Aaron Arnold, Altcoin Daily on YouTube. Me and my twin brother started Altcoin Daily back at the very beginning of 2018. Maybe the worst time ever to start a crypto YouTube channel, because as we were trying to, you know, create an audience, people were just leaving the space in droves. It was the beginning of a deep bear market. But we got through it. What we do on our channel is basically go over news, share our opinion, keep things neutral, informative, good alpha, and just try to provide value to the space.
I would actually argue that might be the best time to start a channel because
Exactly.
then you start getting the consistency, and then when the bulls come back, all the volume comes back. You already have this catalog of content out there.
Totally. The people who subscribed then and stuck with us then are people who did well in crypto because they stayed in not just the peak of the bull market. It's, the people who come in near the top that usually have a bad experience and maybe leave. But, those people who come in a bear market are there to stay, and I think they do well.
Yes, the last thing you want to do is be exit liquidity, right?
That's
So
right.
if you start from the bear, you buy when there's fear, then you are going to do well for the most part. For the most part. All right, Aaron, maybe you can share with us the biggest lesson you've learned in your crypto journey so far.
The biggest lesson I've learned in my crypto journey so far, there's so many lessons I've learned, literally, started not knowing anything about crypto, literally, the quintessential retail investor, and just started like studying and researching the market every day. And, that's why we started the channel too, kind of as I was researching the market on a daily basis, just sharing it with our audience. But I guess if I had to pinpoint it down to one thing that I've learned is do not, if you can, and most people can't do this until at least a cycle, do not learn to tell when the market's overhyped and do not, buy into anything. And when, people are just sick of the narrative, the projects, that's when you start looking into them and possibly buying them. And that has really served me well in my crypto career. And it's really hard to do unless you kind of, go through the process of not doing that. But, that's just pretty basic, but that really can mean the difference between making a lot of money and not making a lot of money.
That is a fantastic tip. Thank you. So, what do you think is going to be the biggest crypto trend in the next 5 years?
Hugely bullish on many different trends. I mean, we started in 2009 with just Bitcoin. That was the only trend. In 2017, 2018, when I went full time, there was less trends than there were today. There were no NFTs, there were no DeFi. Now, there's so many different little sectors and verticals of crypto that are exploding with growth. So something I'm excited about, or just we'll go through the big ideas that I'm excited about. If 2021 was, the explosion of alternative L1s, I'm certainly excited now by layer twos for Ethereum, and we're seeing tons of growth there. Really excited about gaming as a sector, and gaming included, but just projects in general that can do well and retain users, that has nothing to do with whether the price of Bitcoin is up and down. If it's a fun game, people are going to, be playing the game on the chain if Bitcoin's up or down. And I guess just another trend I'm looking forward to is, regulations opening up in a positive way. There's still some, regulatory uncertainty for sure. But I think if you look at things, you can say the BlackRock ETF, the positive stablecoin regulation in America. I'm talking about from like an American Western point of view, because obviously, you guys can do what you want in some places. But, positive regulations opening up, and we're going to see different types of protocols and dApps being built, some more permissionless and decentralized than others, but certainly people using the blockchain in many cases where the average retail user doesn't even know that there's a blockchain underneath that they're using with digital assets in game or whatever.
Fantastic. Wow, those are a lot of really, really good trends to pay attention to. So, thank you for sharing. I was wondering, maybe you can tell us what is the one thing you're most proud of in your crypto journey so far?
Yeah, I mean, certainly the number one thing I'm most proud of is the YouTube channel. I started the YouTube channel, Altcoin Daily, at the very beginning of 2018, and at that time, I was a big crypto YouTube watcher in 2016 and 2017. Especially in 2017, I did not realize at the time that we were getting into the peak of a bull market back then. And I could not believe that some of these channels were getting just crazy amounts of views. Now, there were a lot of good channels back then for sure, and many of them have lasted till today. But, there were a lot of bad channels back then too, not good information, some of them kind of scammy or pump and dumpy in my opinion. So, one of the biggest things I'm proud of is, just the reputation that Altcoin Daily has. We're certainly not perfect, but we try our best. And, we're not one of those, prediction channels, predicting the price of coins, although we cover people who make predictions. But, the audience that we've cultivated and the, positive reputation that we have in the space that, leads us to a place like here, Bitget Summit, and being able to speak and moderate.
Love that. Love that. All right. So actually, I wanted to ask, where do you think the crypto market will be in, say, 5 years' time? Like mass adoption? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Where do I think the crypto market will be in 5 years' time? First of all, if any of us knew the future, we'd all be rich, right? But 5 years from now, man, I mean, I think we're going to continue seeing positive regulations. I think we're going to see different protocols that don't depend on whether the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum is up to get users. And I just think I don't think we're going to see mass adoption. Every cycle people are talking about this is the super cycle. This one is different. And although I'm certainly bullish, I think mass adoption is going to be a slow process. And, just another thing I'm excited to see in the next 5 years is, there's different ways to think about it, but the BlackRock or different spot ETFs, and then, an Ethereum ETF. And, we're seeing a lot of alternative layer ones and like tons of different, for instance, like layer ones like Cardano, Solana, Algorand. And I'm bullish on many different layer ones, but I think we're going to see a consolidation on some of those projects that certainly have a Lindy effect, have stood the test of time, have more positive regulation in the Western world, certainly like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
All right. Fantastic insights. So, what would you like to say to Bitget on its 5th-year anniversary?
Happy 5-year anniversary, Bitget. The reason I like Bitget is because I can withdraw my money. I'm still waiting for Sam Bankman-Fried to give me some of my money back. And I happen to know that Bitget does do a lot of different things to proof of reserves and different things to make them one of the leaders in the centralized exchange world.
All right. Fantastic. Let's do a little fireside quick question. What is your favorite thing about Bitget?
My favorite thing about Bitget is that, obviously there's difference between centralized and decentralized exchanges, but exchanges like Bitget, as far as I know, are really doing a lot of things to set the standard in the space. A lot of people were not sure about them when they first popped up. The fact that they've been around for 5 years is a big deal. Yeah, my favorite thing about Bitget is just the way that they do business, to the best of my knowledge.
All right. Fantastic. All right. So, this next one is a little personal, and if you're comfortable answering, but our point of asking this question is to convey to the audience that even the most successful people are humans. We go through successes, failures. So my question for you now is, what is the token you've earned or lost the most money on?
The coin that I've lost the most money on, and I regret this to this day, is Dogecoin, because I fudded Dogecoin hard in 2018, 2019. I said, no, these coins have to have good fundamentals. That's the ones you need to buy, in my opinion. And I did not realize the power of a strong meme. And when Dogecoin pumped to, around 50 cents in 2021 with the Elon Musk pull, I missed out, and I had every opportunity. And, certainly that was talked about by me and my friends. What about Dogecoin? Everybody has Bitcoin, Ethereum, some Dogecoin, or whatever it is. And I fudded it hard. And never think you know everything. Never think you just know the trend of the next cycle. And always try and be vigilant, try and get into trends early and get out of trends early, and figure out a way for sure to lock in your initial investment or lock in your, some sort of profit so you're never burned.
Fantastic. Okay. Quick choice for hodling for 2 years. Bitcoin or ETH?
2 years? Let's go ETH.
ETH. Fantastic. Meme coins or NFTs?
Long-term NFTs, short-term meme coins.
Okay. Last one. Doge or Shiba?
Doge or Shiba? I like Dogecoin. I like Shiba. I want to find the next Dogecoin or Shiba. And that's one of the things we do on our channel, certainly, try and stay up to date. But I guess if I had to pick between those two, I mean, listen, I personally buy into the rumor that Sam Bankman-Fried was one of the people who secretly created Shiba Inu. And that's why he was able to get listed so much, get a lot of press and, different things. But call me old-fashioned. Let's go with Dogecoin.
Love it. All right, you heard it here first. This is Erin from Altcoin Daily, always providing amazing content. So if you haven't checked it out, be sure to go and watch some content. Of course, like and subscribe there as well. All right, Erin.
Thanks, sir.
Fantastic to have you on. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, sir.
That's it.